So, I wrote this poem somewhere in January of last year. Just by show of hands, how many remember the death of Kasab and the fact that it made it to social media for about 2 days? And what I found horrible was how many people took joy in that fact. And I remember having huge arguments with a bunch of people on social media going, why? Why does the death of a human being have to make you so happy? And if killing somebody makes us this happy, then how are we different from the enemy? So, this is a poem about that. It's called Cold Voices, Warm Blood. We tell ourselves we want blood because we've never seen it. The only measure of this liquid treasure we've come close to losing came from a cut in the kitchen, a bruise from playing in the offensive position, a graze from the edge of doors. We've never had to see blood outside our windows, being swept into gutters like stagnant rain. We've never had to feel or smell the lingering odor of pain. You see, we've never had to hold a man dying, watch our tears mingle with his blood because we know we're lying when we tell him that everything's going to be okay, that help is on its way. We never had to stand over a sink trying to wash the blood off our hands, where even the best soap offers little hope in getting out the stains because blood, even someone else's, wants to remain, to stay ingrained to our skin as if to say, I need you to remember me. But none of this matters because we've all seen the news. We've seen live updates and we've heard expert views. We know with exacting precision what needs to be done, how it should be carried out, and exactly what it takes because we've got the intelligence of live updates. Behind the glass veil of TV screens, we pretend we're between the bullets and we claim that given a chance and a weapon in hand, we would jump to the defense of this nation. It's only unfortunate that our time hasn't come. Or perhaps we are yet to be called. We tell ourselves we want blood. I'd like to hand these people a rifle and watch the rifle pour out of their faces when they realize they're about to trade places with the living. I'd like to see them crawl when they hear the first bullets hit the wall and realize that cold steel is unforgiving. I'd like to see them use a friend as a human shield and not feel debased by their actions because rather than dealing death, they've just realized that staying alive is the more common reaction. Yet, to the screaming horde yelling, "Mar gaya mother chod," none of this matters. You see, they've got the winning card in this game. Blame. They're the righteous and I'm the malcontent simply because my history, geography and political science is not bent or even mildly leaning in their direction. To scream for murder is the idea of an insurrection against a nation that preaches hate to its subjects, against a religion that preaches murder in its text, against a partisan law that somehow left them with the short end of the draw, as if a few more miles of scorched earth would quench the dearth in their pride. You want someone to blame? I have a few suggestions. Blame your mother for forgetting to teach you not to play with your Muslim classmates in school. Blame your father for not teaching you the rules of engagement and buying you a gun to practice. Blame your work for not segregating its hall so that you never have to cross these cross-border motherfuckers in the hall. Blame your religion for not preaching you about the evils of Islam in its courts. Blame the fucking Indian cricket team every time it decides to play those bastards in green. What? Oh, there's a fundamentalist strain in my voice? That somehow your cause is dignified because you do it by choice? That somehow your selective hate abates you from the decision of your words? That's fucking absurd. Because if you wait with bated breath to snatch someone from the living, if you want to clap as you see their body swinging, if you wish death upon someone you've never met and you're okay with hearing your children, with letting your children hear the lack of regret in your voice, then how can you tell me that your choice somehow has less consequences than my words? Because if democracy, education, income, and a family couldn't fucking change you, imagine how having none of that and a gun in your hand would fucking rearrange you.